Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. I have something super special for you today. This very rare and exclusive 2015 Mercedes-Benz G550. One awesome and somewhat polarizing SUV. I think a lot of people either love these things or hate these things. There's not very much middle ground. I love it. I think these things are super cool. I love the utilitarian styling on the inside and outside. Maybe you feel the same way. And I'm sure lots of you who are serious about buying one of these things, you probably know a lot about them. You probably know more than me. But for the sake of people who watch our YouTube page, I'll probably kind of go over a lot of things that are probably a little bit more elementary to those well-seasoned G550 or G-Class aficionados. But I'll also give people an opportunity to learn more about this really cool vehicle. 2015 G550. This actually started out in the 1970s. Mercedes designed this to be a military vehicle, almost like a German Hummer. I think it's kind of like a cross between like a German Hummer or a Jeep Wrangler. It's not as big as a Hummer. Dimensions and size-wise, it kind of reminds me of like a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. But unlike a Jeep Wrangler, which is nice, but not too refined, this is super refined. It's a premium Mercedes-Benz model. When this was brand new, this was about $120,000. It features the latest, latest 2015 Mercedes-Benz technology and features. It has a beautiful Designo leather interior and the Designo synthetic suede headliner. A little bit hard to see in the dark interior. You have a moonroof. This one has a 7-speed automatic transmission, beautiful black piano finish. I love the contrast stitching, lots of adjustability in the seats. I think it's like 10-way adjustability. They're both power. Leather everywhere. Look at this nice contrast stitching, and I don't think this is synthetic leather. I think this is the real deal. Nice wooden leather wrap steering wheel. Dual zone auto climate control. You have heated and ventilated front seats. Here you see this G550 has a locking differential, just a clue to the amazing off-road prowess that this Mercedes can achieve. Funny thing is, a lot of people who buy these things, they probably never take them off-road, but this thing is, you know, probably up there with a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon or a Hummer in its off-road prowess. You have a locking differential. You have 3 modes. This is to lock the front differential. I think this is to lock both front and rear. This is to lock the rear differential. Basically, in low traction situations, slow speeds when you're going off-road, when you can lock the differentials, it gives you much better traction. You never want to use this on the road or drive pavement because it will make it very hard for the vehicle to steer, and it could be dangerous. You can see we have a command navigation system that you'd find in many Mercedes products. Also has a rear parking camera. I love the upright windshield. It's also heated. You can't see it in the camera, but you can see heating elements inside the windshield. And the nice thing is that it's really easy. The angular styling and the kind of boxy shape makes it really easy to see the dimensions. In a lot of vehicles, you're kind of wondering where the front end ends. You really can't see what's going on, but you can clearly see where the front end of the vehicle is, and it makes it a lot easier to maneuver in the vehicle in tight situations. Also has an amazing sounding Harman Kardon audio system. Really nice color combination. Oh, and another thing I'd like to point out is power adjustable steering wheel that tilts and telescopes. And most importantly, this one only has 13,174 miles. I think it's probably one of the lowest mileage 2015 G550s for sale. Probably in the whole entire country. How did we happen to acquire this one? This one is actually a trade-in at our local Tesla store in Seattle. Since Tesla only sells used Teslas, luckily they make these really cool vehicles. They take it on trade, available for stores like us to purchase. And of course, we have a very big pre-owned business at Infiniti of Tacoma. We deal in, exotic and high-end luxury vehicles. So we jumped at the opportunity to acquire this for our inventory with such low miles in its beautiful condition. I think it's definitely a great vehicle for us to sell on our lot. And if you've been looking for a G550, this thing is in near pristine condition. Local, one-owner clean Carfax. It's from the Bellevue area. It shows regular service history since new at Mercedes of Bellevue. All that is in the Carfax report. Also, to me, I can't definitely say this from 100%, but being a 2015, 5 years old, how beautiful shape this thing is probably a very good chance it was garaged most of its life as well. Even though the styling might be 1970s, Mercedes did a really good job modernizing things. I love the styling even though it might be 1970s, and on the outside it might not look too much different than a 1970s G-Wagon. You can see little things here like LED running lights, HID lights, and of course the upgraded interior on the inside definitely makes this a lot better vehicle than the ones that were built in the 70s and 80s. And just the feel of quality, the way the doors open and close, it's almost like a bank vault. Everything is heavy duty, where a lot of Mercedes vehicles, they're nice, they don't feel as kind of industrial, they don't have that industrial commercial feel like this. This was designed to do heavy duty stuff, was designed to take people, soldiers into a war zone, drive through mud, forest, and it's designed to hold up and take abuse and not break, where most Mercedes-Benz products are not built for that level of use, and that's kind of the difference that you get with a G-Wagon. Good amount of cargo space. We have a cargo mat, original floor mats, all season floor mats are in it right now. Cargo area cover. And this nice big heavy door, just the way it latches, it really has an amazing feel of quality. I've been in the car business all my life. I've driven lots of cars, but there's nothing like a G-Wagon. Just the feel of the way the door closes, that sound, it's just amazing. It really does feel like a heavy-duty, well-built commercial vehicle. I'm very impressed by this vehicle. I don't know how you feel about it, but of course the G550 buyers, I can see why they gravitate towards these vehicles, and I can see kind of why these are popular vehicles in Hollywood. You might see the Kardashians and stuff drive around on these things. They sometimes drive a little bit more of the fancier versions. They do make an AMG version, a high horsepower version of the G-Class, but I think for the premium you have to pay, and kind of what it does to the performance and sound, I think this G550 is perfect the way it is. I don't really think it needs more horsepower or a bigger wheel and tire package. Really has an amazing sounding V8. It's a 5.5 liter V8 that we find in a lot of Mercedes products, but has a side exiting exhaust right here, and it really has a very pleasant exhaust note. Not too loud, but it has a nice growl to it. I'm going to rub the engine a little bit so you can hear that beautiful sound of the exhaust. Sounded very nice from my end. I don't know how it sounded from your end, but they definitely made that 5.5 liter V8 sound amazing. And I've heard this engine in a lot of other Mercedes projects, but the way they tune the exhaust, the way it feels very different and very special in this G550. 5.5 liter V8 makes 382 horsepower. This vehicle weighs, I think, about 5,500 pounds. Well, with 382 horsepower, it can go 0 to 60 in a little over 6 seconds. Definitely plenty of performance. The G63, the AMG version, has I think it's a turbocharged V8. It's over 500 horsepower. I think it's like 560 horsepower. You get a bigger wheel and tire package, but this is not a performance vehicle. It's an off-road SUV, so no matter how big wheel and tire package, what you do with the suspension, how much horsepower, it's never going to be a performance sports car that's going to fly around corners. It's going to drive like a big, off-road Jeep or off-road truck, because that's what it is. So I think the G550 with a 382 horsepower V8, the wheel and tire package, the way it's tuned down, I think this is perfect. I think the AMG versions, as cool as they are, is almost overkill, and you really, for the premium you have to pay to have one of those things. It really kind of has to be your thing to pay for something like that. I think this G550 is definitely the way to go, and with only 13,000 miles, it is in pretty much pristine condition. You'll have a hard time finding one mark on it. It's beautiful. For you local buyers, it's also backed by a 5-day 100% money back guarantee up to 200 miles. For you out-of-state customers, we have a very big pre-owned business. We sell pre-owned vehicles all over the country, do it every month. We can help arrange shipping just about anywhere in the country. We can help arrange financing. We can help get the vehicle registered in the state you live in. And in most circumstances, you're only going to have to pay sales tax where you live if applicable. If you don't live in Washington State, just as long as you can prove it, you're going to pay sales tax or no sales tax if you don't have that where you live. So any questions about this G550, feel free to give us a call. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. It's one beautiful vehicle. You'll get looks and compliments wherever you go. It's unlike just about any other vehicle on the road. Super cool. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully we see you in our store very soon, and have a wonderful day.